Yesterday, I saw the movie called Past Lives, 2023 film. I think it's started 2023 like some kind of a movie, independent movie festival or something like that. But it's getting a good review, and I wanted to see this film for a long, long time. But finally, it's uploaded to the Canopy site, so I was able to see this film. And this film is about this two young kids, probably about 10 or 11 years old. They are grew up in Korea, but they are very very good friends there, boy and girl. And parents are kind of looking at them, uh, smilingly, and they are very very good friends or something. And so uh, all of a sudden, she has to go away. She has to leave because I think the girl's parents decided to immigrate to the Canada. So she abruptly left. So the boy was very disappointed, of course. And so after that, I think they grew up and they became adulthood, and they uh, kind of trying to rekindle the past memory by searching for this friends through Facebook or Skype or something like that. But finally they connected, and they are so glad that they connected, that they started to talk about their own life and everything. Uh, but then after a while, the particular communication somewhat ended, and another, few years, 10 years passed, and now she became a writer, and she met this guy at the workshop, a writer's workshop somewhere, and they got married, and uh, so they moved to New York City, and living there. I think eventually they're making a good life there. The boy grew up in Korea and finished the military obligation, and is still looking for the opportunity to find the woman who he really really liked when he was a child. And so he finally he I think decided, they're connected by Facebook and YouTube, and they kind of start conversations, and there was a very nice uh, moment there. I mean, they're rekindling the old friendship or whatever. Uh, but at that point, already their lives are miles apart, and although his life and her life is very very different circumstances, and he really really didn't pay attention that he has to learn English to visit her because she's in U.S. So he started to learn the English language, but he decided to see her again in New York. So he decided to visit her. So they meet, and and after that is a spoiler, but yeah. So that's the whole story there. So one striking thing is for me, as a person who moved from Japan and established a life here, and always thinking about old friends when I had in Japan, and always think about it. Always, whenever I kind of a nightmare or something like that I had, and then I dreamt about it. Dream about them, And so it's a big thing for me. And kind of a strong connotation for me to see this film. This film is about this rekindling old friendship and trying to get back to this nice relationship when they had as a child. But as you know, today, when you get older and now you become an adult, that particular thing is not or may not be, you know, somewhat ideal because they have their own life, they have a completely different life. So those old relationships never materialized. Even though if it's materialized, it's very, very fine, nice story, but the lives are so different. So you rather forget about it, or you rather don't touch about that. But this young couple became matured, and I think they really felt like it's okay to meet each other. And so I think the couple in New York, I think they invite him to visit her, and probably husband is maybe a little bit feeling awkward, I would say, but they realize no, that's because wife wants it, that's a good thing, so they realize that that's okay. So that particular scenario, there's a lot of heartache, disappointment, and longing for the past, all mixed together. And apparently, in the real life, I would say that this type of thing has never happened. I have to tell you, this before they happen, they revisit something. That particular meeting will never happen. I think that's the happiest uh, occasion there that it's never, meet, never rekindle. But at the same time, if you rekindle, if you are able to rekindle that particular relationship as an adult, uh, man or woman is kind of difficult because that's a romantic relationship. But even man to man or woman to man, friendship relationship, I think it's very, very difficult to rekindle. Very difficult to get back to the relationship after so many years with separate, different, completely different lives. Uh, but in this movie, depicts this particular meeting in New York City, and so at the end, you know, the boy, the man now going home, and the wife, stays in New York City with her husband, and that's pretty much a spoiler ending. But uh, yeah, so uh, all that, it's a very, very strong connotation for me, and very. At the one point, I felt like, criticizing this guy coming all the way from Korea to disturb this woman's marriage or whatever. But from this man's point of view, he just rekindled the old friendship. And that's all about it. He didn't have any intention other than that. He just wanted to see her. And so, it shows more about the woman's psychological, uh, you know, things about the meeting. Not so much about man. The man so glad to see her, and reminiscing the old times and all those stuff. And but the female character Greta Lee played this female character. She's fantastic. She should be nominated for the Academy Award. I don't know. I'm not sure she was nominated or not, but she should be nominated. And very very good performance. Very very subtle nuances of the feeling. One side she's glad, the other hand she cannot depraise the man's affection, but that particular feeling is very very conflicting, and so that's great performance there. Uh, the man's approach was a little bit uh, flat, I think a little bit straightforward, and not much of the nuances of uh, his suffering. I think he's so glad to see her, and he's so glad to find out what she's doing, and what her husband is, and what her current life is. And so he uh, didn't, from watching movie, he really didn't show the his emotional suffering. Yeah, I think he was so glad, and that's why his approach was more or less like very brush and abrupt and bold. And that's my criticism to this guy. And so, yeah, I think yeah, that particular meeting, uh, uh, you know, uh, revisiting the past life is kind of nice to remember, but happens like this is kind of difficult. This kind of sad and difficult to deal with, and so forth. So yeah, this is a movie that yeah, some people probably enjoy that. I would say I would recommend any movie fan who wants to see the more intricate relationship of the past and today, revisiting the past lives compared to today's life, and that's kind of interesting things there. Past life means I think in the Korean, uh, the folklore or something like that religion is like you have, from the past before you are born, you have some lives together, and you are connected together. Therefore, incarnate after the particular life after you're born. This particular past life is coming back to you, and so that particular relationship, very strong love, is still there, even though among between the strangers, between human and animals. It's kind of related. That's why some people get so uh, attached or loved this particular person. So that's the past lives.